Hey guys, what's going on? If you caught me on my accidental lie on Thursday, you'll see that Monday is not the first video of the week. It's actually Tuesday. I guess my reasoning for that, which I forgot to mention last week, is that so yesterday, Monday, was Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day, I believe is what it's been, what we call it now. But because of the time of the year that my team is currently in right now, we had to come into work on Columbus Day, but the actual company was closed, so we couldn't work in the actual physical office, so we all had to work from home. So that's the reason why you didn't get a video on Monday. So yeah, please forgive me for forgetting. I am human at the end of the day. But yeah, it's Tuesday at 5:14. With that, I just got out. I should have honestly gotten out probably like, or at least I should have pressed record about like 5 or so minutes ago, because I logged off for the day, you know, got all my stuff together and walked out of the office into my car. And I got to my car only to realize that I forgot my jacket in the office. So I had to walk all the way back, which wasn't too far, honestly. Got some more steps in, but I had to walk back to the office and walk back to my desk, my floor, and get my jacket and bring it back. So here we are at 5:15 now instead of some other time, I don't know, but all good. Nothing wrong with that. Got a few more steps in, no one died. My jacket, so we're all good. But yeah, good day at work. Kind of a roller coaster of emotions, if I'm being honest. We're in a very busy time of the year, my team, and today reflected that. It was very busy, pretty much all day. I was only ever able to take like a 20-minute lunch instead of like the full hour. So again, not ideal, but sometimes it happens. So just got to roll with the punches sometimes. Pretty busy, honestly, pretty stressful here and there, but I was able to end on a very high note. And although I thought, you know, for a good chunk of the day that I would be staying until like 6 o'clock again, I was actually able to wrap up right on time, and very thankful because I work with some really, really great people on my team that, you know, have my back and help me out so much in everything that I do. So really grateful for those guys today. And yeah, so along with the very long list of other things to be grateful for, the people that I work with were another thing to throw on that list today. So again, if any of them turn out to be watching this, huge shout out to you guys. But yeah, so honestly, kind of a surprising good day at work. Good day at work. Very busy, so wasn't able to have too many thoughts. Honestly, most of my thoughts came beforehand, before coming to work. So got a few of those in my head for backup today. But you know, just a good day today. Making progress at work as always, even though I may feel dumb and slow and, you know, whatever other word in the moment. You know, got smarter, got better. Outside of work, you know, doing things before and after the work day to do the same thing, kind of push myself a little bit, grow, learn, and really just get a little bit better every day. See, that's going on, and some good thoughts are coming out of that, and yeah, so yeah, again, all is good. The main thing that I want to talk about with this video that I'm actually really excited about is that on Friday's video, if you saw that, if not, I highly recommend it. I recommend watching the first 5-10-ish minutes of it, and then the last 5 minutes. That's kind of where all the good stuff is, spoiler alert. But yeah, if you haven't checked out last Thursday's video, check that out. But I got a comment from this person that I don't know, at least yet, I guess, but this one person saw my video and left a comment, and it really, it honestly kind of made my day in a way, getting that comment. And they asked a really good question, and so I want to kind of talk about that with you guys a little bit. Again, as you know, beneficial as it may be to just be picking my own brain and talking to myself in front of you guys, if that makes sense, and to make these videos, what I really want to do and what I really want to branch into as this, you know, channel grows and the viewers and subscribers and overall activity grows is, you know, to interact with you guys as much as I can and help you guys out in you know, again, whichever way I can, because again, that's kind of the whole point. You know, we're all in this together, and I'm just trying to do my part in helping to bring you guys along with me, and really just do my part in allowing you guys to live the highest possible quality of life possible, which, with that being said, is pretty immeasurable. It's pretty infinite, you know, the quality of life that you can live. It's up to you. You know, you get to decide how great your life is. So again, there's no limits onto that. But so with Friday's video, if you watched, I keep saying Friday, on Thursday's video, if you watched, the main topic of the day was risk and taking risks. And at the very end, I talked about you know, distinguishing between primal risk and modern risk, and how, say, if you took a risk back in primal times and caveman times, and you know, you messed up and you failed, chances were you probably died. But you know, since then, as we've kind of grown and evolved as humanity, it's gotten to the point where many of the risks that we take today are not nearly on the same level as, say, they were when our primal ancestors were around. And what I mean by that is that, you know, all these risks that, at least what things that we categorize as risks nowadays, they're really in a way not even risks at all. Because, say, if you take a risk and you mess up and you fail, like, sure, life may not be as great as it was before, but you're very much so still alive. And with that being said, you're very much so still have a lot of fight left in you, and potential and opportunity and room for growth, and you know, continued attempts at whatever it is you're seeking to do. So anyways, so that was the topic, and the main message was, you know, take risks, because you know, you won't die. You'll be all right. Worst comes to worst, you know, you're still breathing, you're still kicking, so you can try again. You know, you learn and you try again. And this person left a really cool comment, and I tried to, you know, take a quick peek at it before I press record, so hopefully I say it correctly, but I think the comment went mostly along the lines of, it said, risk, what kind of risk? They said that they work in healthcare and they got out late that same day too, and so that was already interesting for them. And they mentioned that, you know, they don't go to the gym, but they run, and they asked me if I have too much energy. So again, if this person is watching this, I replied to their comment and, you know, told them to, you know, make sure to check this video out if they can. But if that person is watching this, shout out. Honestly, quite a huge milestone in this whole journey that I'm on. So your comment really means a lot more than you might think. But yeah, so I thought I'll you know, take a stab at answering your question as best I can. So going back to yesterday's video with risk, sorry, let me try to let this mosquito out. We'll cooperate. There we go. Didn't want to kill the guy, but yeah, so there he goes. But talking about risk a little bit more, again, just to kind of reiterate the point that I guess I didn't make quite clear, which is my fault in yesterday's video. Not yesterday's, I keep screwing that up. In Thursday's video, the last video of last week. You know, with risk and what we define as risk, is really not as significant as we kind of make it out to be. Again, back in kind of primal ancestor days, if you were to take a risk and things didn't exactly go your way and you weren't successful and you failed, right, you probably died. Whether you're trying to steal food from a bear den or you're trying to relocate or just going on a hunt to provide food, or whatever it is that caveman did. I don't know, I'm not a caveman, but whatever it is they did, the risk was quite amplified for many reasons. But generally, if they took a risk and they messed up, they probably died, or at least their life was altered very negatively and probably very permanently as well. I don't know, I'm not a caveman, but what I do know is that many years have passed since then, and technology has grown, and much more science has been discovered, and because of that, humanity as a whole has grown and evolved in a way to where it is now, that all these risks, compared to at least what caveman had to go through back in the day, they're really not the same whatsoever. They're not as significant, and pretty much I would say in probably 99% of all scenarios of what you would maybe categorize a risk as, it's never as serious. I know, for example, I gave examples of switching jobs, switching careers, moving. Those are all considered huge risks in today's world, in today's society. But really, it's not that deep if you really think about it. Because again, if say you mess up and you go to switch jobs and it doesn't work out well, and you end up with no job, or you switch careers and again it doesn't end up well, and either you're in a new one and nothing's changed, or you don't like it, or again you just end up with no job. It may seem bad in the moment because you didn't get the result that you wanted, but you're still breathing at the end of the day. You're still alive. You still have a lot more fight left in you because you're still breathing. You can still work things out and figure things out and get back to where you were, or even get back to an even better situation in your life without you even kind of planning it. So yeah, just just to list some examples out, if you're thinking about taking a risk, again, whether it be to switch jobs, switch careers, transfer schools, move to a new location, ask someone out on a date, go travel to a place that you've always wanted to. I know these are all examples I listed in the past, but anything that you feel you deeply want to do, anything that you feel like your soul is kind of telling you want to do, go out and do it. Give it your best shot, because again, if everything, if you somehow get into the scenario, which is highly likely, that literally everything goes wrong and everything fails and you get the worst possible outcome you could have ever thought of, in every situation you're still going to be alive, and therefore you can still keep trying and keep making changes and keep learning and just keep on that path of self-discovery and living your life to the absolute fullest. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question pretty well when you asked risk and what kind of risk. Really anything, really anything in today's world, because again, just to kind of hammer home the point one more time, no matter what you might do, and no matter how bad you might mess up, it's never going to kill you. And so with that, just stop thinking too much about doing the things that deep down you really want to do, and just do it. Give it your best shot and go do it. And I think you'd be surprised how easy something may actually be compared to how you originally thought it was, and because of that, how much it can have a positive impact and change on your life for the better and for the long term, really. So yeah, don't be scared of risk, don't be scared of change, don't be scared of failure. Embrace all three of those things, because those are really some of the three biggest things that there are in our lives that I fear that many of us growing up, and it's not our fault, but just growing up in the way that we were raised by, say, the country that we live, or the school that we go to, or the family that we have, and really just, again, the world around us, is that we're really raised, unfortunately, to avoid all three of those things and fear them, and do everything you can to not let that happen, and not to, let them, I don't know, just avoid those three things entirely. You should really do the opposite. You should really embrace them, and in a way, try to have them happen to you, because really, as bad as it may seem in the moment, they are really some of the greatest teachers and paths towards significant long-term growth in every aspect of your life. So with that, I hope that answers your question. And getting to the part where you mentioned that you don't go to the gym but you run, I think that's awesome. I know me personally, I like to do both. I do like the idea of being like a hybrid athlete. That's just me, but so long as you do one or the other, or really in general, so long as you do some sort of physical activity that pushes you mentally, physically, and even spiritually in ways, I'm all for that, man. I'm very biased towards getting a good sweat on, especially when you don't want to, but there's always trying to find a way to get a good sweat on throughout the week. I'm a big fan of that. So if you're able to squeeze in your schedule being able to both lift and run, absolutely try to do so. But so long as you can do one or the other, again, there's plenty of forms of exercise. I'm just very biased towards lifting and running. That's just me, but I'm all for that, man, and big thumbs up to you. And then so the final question of, do I have too much energy? That's a good question, because I think that I have enough energy to help do almost all the things that I want to do, at least where I am currently in my life. I think I have enough. Coffee definitely helps. It's something that I've noticed. The coffee definitely helps. So I know with my daily schedule, at least like Monday through Friday, I'm quite busy every hour of the day. So by the time Friday night rolls around, I pretty much just try to unwind and relax, and have a nice, calm, relaxing night. Try to get to bed a little early, catch up on some sleep. So I wouldn't necessarily say I have too much energy. I'm probably underestimating myself and how much energy I have compared to maybe some other people, but I'd say I have enough to get through the week and do most of, if not all, the things that I want to do and that I set out to do, both in the short term and the long term. But yeah, at times I feel like I could use more, and when that's the case, that's when I lean a little more on coffee. But yeah, that's just me, and again, I think that a big reason as to why I have the amount of energy that I do, which again in my eyes is not anything significant, but maybe to other people it may be, is I try to take as much care of my body and my mental state and spiritual state as much as I can. What that means is I try to get sweat, sunlight, and silence every day. I like to fuel my body with nothing but the best stuff, the best fuel, best food and drink, if you will. And I try to get ideally 8 hours, but around 7 hours of sleep every night, and And, I just try to not only feed my body, but feed my mind and my soul as much good stuff as I can. And that can be in the form of reading, meditating. I like to watch movies that kind of make you think a little bit and have a deeper kind of meaning to them. That's just me. I also really like comedy movies, but I've been in a phase of more deeper understanding of movies. Listening to podcasts, and really just again trying to find silence and let my thoughts flow naturally and try to listen to my soul as much as I can when I get the chance. I think the combination of all those things, just taking care of yourself and trying to fuel yourself as well you can, physically, mentally, and spiritually, is also what plays a big part in allowing me to have the energy that I do on a consistent basis. Hopefully that answers your questions, and just kind of piggybacking off of that, just if any of you ever have any questions, like, please do not, I know I say at the end of every video, but please do not hesitate to ask. Again, I always get really excited with every view that I get, every like, every comment. I get more and more as I make more and more of these videos. But as much as I enjoy kind of letting my thoughts flow throughout the day and being able to share them with you and expand on them in the moment with these videos, what I really, really look forward to is being able to interact with you guys as much as I can. So that being said, if there's any sort of question that you guys have, could be related to the video, could be entirely unrelated, can be a very deep question that you've been chewing on for a little bit, can just be some random, silly little, maybe a dumb question if you want to call it that. I don't think there's any such thing as bad questions or dumb questions or silly questions or anything, but anything that you may feel is insignificant or unrelated, do not hesitate, please, for a second to reach out in the comments and ask away. Again, I'd love to kind of gauge your thoughts and your perspectives about different things, and learn a little bit from you. You can learn a little bit from me, and as a result, we can grow together. And again, that's really what this is all about at the end of the day. So again, one last time, do not hesitate for a second to reach out and comment any questions. Reach out to me individually, but I'm here. Come and get me, man. Come and get me. I feel like we're in a good spot with all that. So we can start to get into other things that were crossing through my mind today, and had a fair amount of good thoughts. Not really so much during the workday with how busy and kind of hectic it was in the moment. Again, super grateful for the people on my team, having my back and sacrificing themselves in their day to help me out with what I'm going through. Super grateful for those guys. So most of my thoughts came before the workday, and today, as with pretty much every Tuesday, was a run day, and it was a cold one at that. It was pretty cold, 40 degrees when I was out there. So pretty cold, pretty dark, and up in the mileage ever so slowly. So it ended up being a pretty long run, and during that run, well, first off, it's always good to keep pushing yourself and push the standard, and just keep taking steps forward in every way possible. And so mileage is one thing, and then also just getting out there in the cold and the dark, getting some cold air in your lungs, always will help make you better as well. But anyways, so had a few good running thoughts, if you want to call it that. And honestly had some thoughts, and it applied really directly to what my kind of my life is, at least within today and also this past week at work. Again, it's very kind of busy and chaotic and stressful times with my team, with the time of the year that it is. And so, it's times of stress and tension and pressure and whatever other word that you want to use. And it kind of just brought me back to a concept that I mentioned in one of my first videos. It's called the orange juice versus human juice concept. And I know that sounds kind of gross, but let me explain in a few seconds. So, when you squeeze an orange, when you put an orange under pressure and tension and stress, orange juice comes out because it's an orange. So then looking at, say, you and I, when you put, a person under stress and tension and pressure, what vibe, what juice, what vibe are they gonna give out? When you put them in difficult circumstances and scenarios and situations, are they gonna become angry and all these negative things? Or, are they gonna give out a positive vibe, and give out feelings and emotions and vibes of, peace, love, and happiness? And although you may think that, you're only the victim of your situation and your circumstance, you're not. In many ways, actually, you are kind of the master and the creator of those things. So I know it's kind of difficult to wrap your head around, but the more that you continually do, the more you'll begin to understand and to embrace and accept it and apply it to your life for the better. But, just remember that if you can be that person that no matter how much stress and tension and pressure that you go through, if you can be that person to go through all that and to give out nothing but vibes of peace, love, happiness, and all these other very good things that, I'm not mentioning. If you can be that person, in my mind, that's really one of the greatest things that any person and any soul really could ever do. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about. Going through all this stuff at work right now is, times are tough. Not to, draw all this, attention to myself, but times are kind of crazy at work right now, and there's stress and tension and pressure, but I try to do my very best to, just embrace it, endure it, go through it, get out the other end, take a deep breath, get in my car, press record, and try to give you guys the best that I got, and give you guys nothing but good stuff and good stuff to feed your soul and to plant seeds of thought into your mind, and really just do the best I can to lift you guys up in the best way possible. So again, if you guys ever want to try to do that, I highly encourage you. Again, I think it is one of the greatest, one of the best, and really one of the most beautiful things that someone can do. So yeah, with that, I'm home now. Just remember that there's a lot more to it than you think. Again, remember to ask me questions if you have any, and leave any suggestions. Again, I'm always trying to help out you guys, make this channel better, make your experience with this channel as great as it can be. So yeah, that being said, leave me questions, suggestions, and share this video if you feel it could impact someone you know, or just anyone in general. Remember that I'm always rooting for you guys. I'm always on your side. We're all on the same team. We're all trying to do the same thing at the end of the day. And for that, I always have your back, and I'm always in your corner. So remember that. And yeah, just remember that life is good. Life is beautiful, as it always has been, as it always is, and as it always will be. And with that, we will talk tomorrow. Bye.